Hey guys, it's Chelsa Messenger with Picks and Parlays. We're talking NFL action. Jets, Seahawks. Christmas is right around the corner, and we've got a promo code. The code is ELF, ELF, for 20% off the entire site at picksandparlays.net. Seahawks, huge favorites here, minus 13.5. The total is 46.5. The Seahawks, bit of a rough patch lately. They haven't covered in 4 of their last 5, including an outright loss to the Giants, the other New York team last week. The Jets are still the Jets. They're 0-12, but they have covered in 3 of their last 4. We've got Dan Kaiser joining us to break this one all down. Dan, what stands out to you when you look at this? I'm not going to call it a great matchup, but this game.
What stands out to me are the Jets. I mean, they fired their defensive coordinator. I would think they would throw that guy a parade. I mean, he basically probably saved them this season. What good is it to do that win that game and probably lose out on Lawrence? I mean, he
Right.
did him a favor in that. And I won't get in the X's and O's of that because that's a story for a different time. But I mean, and I don't know what Adam Gase is so upset about for losing that game. He's not going to be there next year anyway. So that's just the epitome of the Jets. It's just a sad organization. It's sad. So in this game, we'll get back to this game. I'm going to take the over in this game. I mean, the Jets offense, they have been a little bit better lately with Darnold. They have been scoring some points. And it's the Seahawks. It's the Seahawks defense that do, they've been playing better a little bit of late, but, they still give up points. And I think at least against this Jets defense, whether Williams is there or not, Wilson should play a better game. They'll get their points. So I think the total's a little low at 47. So I'm taking the over.
I'm just wondering when the Seahawks offense is going to come back to life because, the first of the season, Russell Wilson was leading the charge for MVP, but all of a sudden, the past few games, he has not looked like the Russell Wilson that everybody is used to seeing. And I think a lot of that's just due to the fact that some of the plays they were making were low percentage plays. They were down the field heaves and tight window passes that eventually the pendulum's going to swing the other way. But this is a New York Jets defense that's really bad. 31st in pass defense and 30th in scoring defense, which should be a favorable one for the Seahawks. But let me stop myself before I go too far down that road. I'm taking the Jets. That's not something that I would see myself saying, but 13.5 points I think is way too much in the NFL, and especially for a Jets team that's actually been pretty good at covering. Yeah, they're 0-12, but they kept last game close, and I think maybe they threw the game. I don't know. That was such bad coverage in the final play of the game that I don't know what to think. But the Seahawks on the opposite end haven't covered in 4 of their last 5, and their offense just isn't firing the way that it used to. So if you're talking about covering a big spread, you need that offense to be firing on all cylinders, and I'm just not ready to trust them here. I'd say if you like the Jets, if you want to tease them or something, but I don't know. I think I'm just going to take the Jets and hope for the best because they have been good against the spread. That's the one thing you can say about the Jets as of late.
That's true. Again, well, if the Seahawks offense can't get right in this game, then they're going to
Then
have
they're not going
a
to get
long
right
rest of.
ever.
I think DJ Metcalf should have a huge game in this one. So if you're into prop bets, you might want to look at some of his props coming into this game. Yeah, I mean the Jets defense is poor. Let's get back to that last game. If you looked at that third down play, when the Jets were playing all their safeties back, the Raiders' other wide receiver was wide open and Carr overthrew him. I mean, they're just bad no matter if they blitz or don't blitz. So, yeah, I'd look at Metcalf props and the over for the game.
Yeah, that's one that stood out to me too, because I think from the matchups that I've seen posted, it looks like Lamar Jackson, the other Lamar Jackson, the corner for the Jets, not the quarterback of the Ravens, is going to be on DK Metcalf, which is a very bad matchup because that Lamar Jackson of the Jets has given up 5 touchdowns in 5 starts. So, bit of a mismatch there. So, like you said, I think DK Metcalf is going to have a big game here if you're into the prop. But also worth noting, the Jets have scored at least 27 in 3 of their last 4 games. So I'm not ready to give up on the Jets just yet when it comes to scoring points and covering spreads. Is there anything else you're looking at in this one that you think bettors should know?
I think, yeah, I think they'd be better off with a quarterback, Lamar Jackson, guard DJ
Well,
Metcalf.
and that's going to wrap it up for excuse me, NFL talk here on Picks and Parlays. Great stuff from Dan Kaiser. Dan, thanks for joining us.